Ladies and mostly gentlemen, today we're going to talk about island expeditions. More specifically, we're going to talk about the 5 mounts that currently drop in island expeditions and how to obtain them. Well, pretty much how to obtain them. So recently, someone in the community cracked the code for getting loot in islands. The TLDR is that you have to kill specific NPCs to receive specific loot which is linked to them. For example, if you kill a deer on an island, you have a greater chance of receiving a little deer pet. So yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. So in this video, we're going to go through the 5 mounts and the NPCs that you're going to need to kill them to get a hope in hell of looting one of these mounts. So we're not 100% on the drop chance, but it seems to be very, very low. Similar to like a mount from a dungeon, for example. And most of them have been confirmed to drop apart from one. You can actually get more than 1 item drop during an expedition, and sometimes up to 5 items at once can drop after one expedition. It's all to do with what you kill. We aren't sure if difficulty affects the drop rates, but normal is the fastest to farm if you want to do it quickly. And you don't have to win. That's very important. I believe just killing the mobs in general will have a chance for their items to enter the loot table pool, but I think killing named rares is probably a best bet. I find just running around to the red X's marked on the map and keeping an eye on the minimap is the easiest way to run into them. So let's check out the 5 mounts of island expeditions and how to obtain them. And first up is Squawks, and this mount is linked to pirates. So pirates are on most island expeditions if you look hard enough, but I'm not sure if they'll make an appearance in the 2 new islands of 8.1, as they're related to Gilneans and Vikal, but they might have a chance to pop up. But if not, now would be the best time to do these island expeditions, as the other 2 will enter rotation and that'll knock off some of the ones with pirates on them. Now this mount is a new model in Battle for Azeroth and is a recolor of a mount from Freehold. It looks awesome and is definitely one of the best mounts from islands in my opinion. And if you're doing islands and killing pirates and getting pirate hats and quests related to pirates, then you're on the right path. Just keep doing that and hope for the best. The next mount we're going to look at is the Twilight Avenger, and this drops from Twilight Dragons. These NPCs are generally invaders and will start invading on the week of November 6th. I do have a full video on the invasion schedule and its rewards, so check that out in the top right of the video or in the description below. This mount is cool though, and it isn't a new model, but it's an unused colour. It's an unarmoured version of the no longer obtainable Cataclysmic Gladiator's Drake, and it's slightly darker than the Twilight mount from Obsidian Sanctum in Wrath. The next mount is Qinsho's Eternal Hound, and this drops from Mogu. This mount is actually kinda special as it's a recolor of a collector's edition mount from Mists of Pandaria, and before this mount, that model has actually been unique to that source. But unlike the Mist Collector's mount, this mount does not fly. There is actually an NPC that spawns on islands called Stone Lord Qinsho, but killing him doesn't give you any extra chance of dropping the mount compared to other Mogu NPCs. So generally, Mogu are invaders to the island, but they can happen at any time and aren't related to any of the schedule it seems. Sometimes the Mogus will spawn a portal, which teleports you into a crypt to kill a named NPC. If you see one of those portals on the map, make it your priority to get to it. You'll easily be able to spot Mogu invaders by the giant cloud serpents coming into the island. Normally when an invasion happens, the skybox and the lighting for the islands change, so keep an eye out for that. And you can sometimes have Mogu on an island as well that aren't invaders, so if you're interested in this mount, hunt every one of them down. The 4th mount we're going to look at is the Craghorn Chasm-Leaper, and this is dropped from Craghorn Yetis and Wendigos. So unlike the rest of the NPCs that drop mounts, these ones are a permanent feature of some islands, although they aren't as common as some island residents, so you gotta be lucky to bump into any of these. They aren't invasion NPCs to my knowledge, and they rarely have named mobs. So keep an eye out for them. There isn't always tons of them around, but make sure you kill them if they are spawned on your island. This mount is a recolor of the Christmas mount, the Minion of Grumpus, and the now unobtainable Challenger's War Yeti. It's a pretty cool mount and I really do like it. And finally, the Surf Jelly. Now this one is actually completely random. This is one of the most interesting ones as it doesn't have any specific NPCs attached to it. It is purely random, so you gotta be pretty lucky to have it drop during an expedition. That being said, it would make it one of the most common of the mounts, as killing anything has a chance for it to be added to the loot table. It is a recolor of the Fathom Dweller mount from Legion. It gives you mount speed underwater, but not underwater breathing. And that's it. Honestly, I'm not majorly happy with the way that items drop in islands. I feel like island expeditions would have benefited greatly from having some kind of currency and vendor reward scheme, as we're only a month into the expansion and people have already given up doing them. But if you're interested in finding out what other drops are available from these islands, I've linked a great Wowhead guide below. So let me know down below if you've had any lucky drops from island expeditions and if you killed any specific NPCs that you can remember. And what are your general thoughts on islands as well? I'd love to know what you guys think. So before I go, I'd like to give a massive shout out to my amazing patrons, YouTube channel members, and Twitch subs. You guys are awesome. If you'd like to support the channel in any of those ways, links are down below. So leave a like on this video, guys, if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't. I also have a partner Discord channel with over 3,000 members, and a merch store over on Streamlabs, and I'm also now streaming on twitch.tv/MrGM if you want to check me out and stream. We've been doing a lot of stuff with you guys. We're doing islands, we're doing all sorts of stuff. So guys, check it out, twitch.tv/MrGM. And with that, I'll see you next time.